Welcome back, baseball fans. Summer 69-72 carryover league. We are in another interleague matchup series here. Second place teams a year ago going across their regions. Second place in the East, the Mets and the Red Sox. And you get the feeling that these teams were hoping they wouldn't draw each other in this interleague battle because there's so much at stake for both of the franchises here. Let's take a look at the standings. And when we do this, the American League East, we have the Yankees off to a crazy hot start in an era where they were not particularly fantastic. We're talking about the Bobby Mercer era. But Mercer is tearing it up at an MVP level. And that leaves the Orioles suspiciously 3 games back with the Red Sox. You just got to win everything you can just to get towards the playoffs. It's an uphill battle here. In the National League East, the Mets situation is not nearly as dire as bottom feeders, the Marlins and Phillies, pretty much are probably not going to contend this year. So it's a big bad Atlanta Braves and the Mets in what should be a 2-horse race. The Mets are just half game ahead of the Braves currently. But in this series, which opened up in Shea Stadium, it was the Red Sox behind Sonny Siebert beating Tom Seaver. And so both teams are now 8-6. Mets situation, they don't want to get swept, certainly, 2-0 and go -2. They like to win at least 1 or 2 of the games in this series. And for the Red Sox, you see the you definitely see the adrenaline flowing here in this series. They beat Seaver and the Mets 7-2 in Game 1, and now they come home to Fenway. But the pitching matchups are favoring the Mets today. The Mets will go with Jerry Koosman against the Red Sox and Roger Moret. Could this be a World Series preview? I mean, both teams are thinking that I know the Red Sox, they missed out, in 67 and wouldn't get back till 75, and the Orioles are there, and the Mets, of course, in the World Series of 69 and 73, I believe. So there you go. Mets, Red Sox, a lot on a line in what is normally meaningless interleague matchups. Let's get started from Fenway. Leading off, Tommy Agee, 1-6 is a K. Pat Corrales batting second because he's got a nice on-base percentage against lefties, and he flies to right. Ken Singleton, 48 is a walk. And with 2 outs, it's Cleon Jones, 2-7 is a K. And the big bad Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski leads it off, 2-7 is a K. Carlton Fisk, 48 is a K. And Rico Petrocelli skies it in a deep center. Agee's a 1-6 in center, makes the grab. Top of 2, Don Clendenon crushes left-handed pitching. He lines the third. Frank Johnson, 5-10 is a walk. Joe Foy, batting down in the lineup. He was leading off, but they decided to move him down against lefties. And 1-5 is a fly ball left. With 2 outs, it's Bud Harrelson, 52. He also flies to left. Bottom of the second inning, it's Reggie Smith, 57 is a K. Canigliaro, 1-8 is a base hit. Jerry Moses, 68 is a fly to left. And with 2 outs, George Scott, 44, center X, and Agee makes the catch. Pretty even game. Top of the third. Bobby Heiss, playing against left-handed pitching, bounces the third. And the Mets are much better against lefties and righties. It should portend well for them, you'd think. Tommy Agee, 3-6 is a walk. Fisk is a great throwing arm. I don't anticipate a stolen base. Pat Corrales, 47, single 1 to 12. Off Moret, he rolls the 11. That's a base hit. You have 2 on with 1 out. And Ken Singleton, 63. Bouncer to first. A 1E16 at first base. Pretty high E rating, even though he has great range. That can be said for a bunch of Boston players. And the 1E16 turns the double play. 3-6-3. Mets squander that one. Mike Andrews, 2-8, short. John Kennedy, 56, double 1 and 2, base hit. Yastrzemski, 2-7 is a K. And with 2 outs, Fisk, 6-11, flies into left. Cleon Jones, a 2E3 in left field. And he makes the grab. We go to the 4th, scoreless. Here is Cleon, 1-7. Let's take a look at his card. The 69 card of Cleon Jones. Last year, he will have this kind of performance, so that's why the Mets win a World Series. They'll move Cleon forward next few years, but obviously this is his year. 1-7, triple 1-7 is a base hit. And he's a beast stealer, not going anywhere. Clendenon, 2-3 is a 5-4-3 double play. Wow. Really shooting themselves in the foot here. 56, Frank Johnson walks. Joe Foy, 57's a K. Scoreless in Fenway. Petrocelli, 1-8 is a bouncer to short. Reggie Smith, 45, flies to right. Tony Conigliaro skies the center field. Scoreless in Fenway. Kuzman and Roger Moret. Here's Bud Harrelson leading off the 5th. 59, bouncer to short. Petrocelli's a 2E16. Oops. And he makes the play. Bobby Heiss, 35, flies left. And with 2 outs, Tommy A.G., 43, center X. All or nothing out of the defense here. 2E16 in center field, he makes the play. Talk about bad E ratings. The Red Sox, I mean, oh my goodness. 10, 16, 26, 37, 16, 16, 37, 16, and 8. That's like probably about 200 errors or something like that. Only Tony Conigliaro is an E8, is average as far as E ratings go on the Red Sox. Everybody else drops pretty much everything hit to them. But they have great range. Yaz is a 1. Reggie Smith is a 2. George Scott is a 1. Andrews and Kennedy are 2s. And of course, Petrocelli is a 2E16 at short. That's all the ballpark effect, along with the throwing arms. You've got -4 arm Reggie Smith, -3 arm of Yastrzemski, the Fenway effect. And that's what we see in the Fenway effect. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Bottom of the 5th. It'll be Jerry Moses. 1-8. Jerry Moses, a single. George Scott, 1-5. We conjured it, talked about George Scott. And 1-5. Take a look at his card. That is gone. A 2-run blast. One of his 16 homers in 1970. 2-0 Boston. Mike Andrews, 58, bouncer to second. Heiss is a 2E34 at second base. Oh, and he boots the ball. John Kennedy, 58, second X again. And another Bobby Heiss having a disastrous inning with back-to-back errors. Oh my goodness. Kuzman is starting to blow up on the mound here. Yastrzemski, 110 is a base hit in the center, and this could get ugly really quickly. Andrews will not challenge the arm of AG. The bases are loaded, nobody out, playing back for Fisk. 68's a sac fly, and that's an unearned run. First and second, 1 out, Petrocelli. 65 is second C. Second and third, 2 outs, Reggie Smith. 35 is a single to left field. That's a killer right there. And Yastrzemski, against the Cleon Jones arm, he runs and he scores. A 2-out, 2-run single. These aren't earned, of course, and it's a deadly 5-0 lead. Conigliaro, 37. Let's take a look at Conigliaro's card. 3-7, homer, 1-6, fly ball the rest, and he missed it. He rolls an 18, and he missed it, and the Mets are still hanging by a thread in this game, down 5-0, as we enter the 6th inning. But before that, let's take a break for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Filtered water and some other things. Enlightenment is what it's called. Very good. Sixth inning of a 5-0 game. Roger Moret against Pat Corrales here in the sixth inning. 65, bounce to the second. Singleton, 49's a walk. Cleon Jones, 65, bounces to second C. Runner goes to second with 2 outs for Clendenon. Could really use a big hit here, Don. 3-10 flies left. Punchless Mets in Fenway. Kuzman in the sixth inning. In a rather deflating game, Jerry Moses, 1-8 single. George Scott, 59, short X. This is, of course, Bud should be a double play, a 1-17. And it is not, and he kicks the ball. Should have been a double play. Second best defensive player at shortstop in baseball behind Larry Boa. So that error puts 2 men on. Man, you can't just do this in Fenway. It's a disaster. Mike Andrews, 55. Finally hit off the Kuzman card. Triple 1-2. Single ... Runners in the corners for John Kennedy. 1-5's a 6-4-3 double play, but the run scores with 2 outs. It's Yastrzemski. 1-4 flies the right, and it's 7-0. We could be getting into Bill Zepp territory for the Mets. All right, Roger Moret is the story today, though. Throwing a shutout. Frank Johnson, 58, second X. And the Mets are really good against lefties, not so much against righties. 2E26 makes the play. Joe Foy, 1-4 short. Bud Harrelson, 56 is a walk. And with 2 outs, Bobby Heiss, 52, flies left field. Stretch time in Fenway. We are listening to The Remains. 66. Don't Look Back, and yeah. Why Do I Cry? And yeah, stuff like that. Alright. Bottom of the 7th. 7-0. Kuzman. Do we get some work? Yeah, we're going to pull Kuzman after 6. We're going to give some work to Bill Zepp. Here's Bill. Bill Zepp, the mop-up man. And it's an interleague series, and the disinterested Mets, I'm going to have to chalk this up to, will bring Zepp on in the 7th inning to face Fisk, Petrocelli, and Smith. Carlton Fisk, 1-7, triple 1-10 off the Fisk card. Let's take a look at this. This is his 72 card. The 71 card might be better, but they spelled his name wrong. I didn't like the look of it. So it was an eyesore seeing his name spelled wrong. So 1-7, triple 1-10 double is a triple. Petrocelli, 2-2, flies the left B question mark. No, he will not tag up. Reggie Smith, 47 is a single, and it is an 8-0 game. Conigliaro, 46 is a K. Jerry Moses, 48, flies the left. All right, the Mets being 2 hit to this point by Roger Moret. Tommy A.G. in the 8th, 58, is a bouncer to second. This is Andrews, a 2 at second base, makes the play. Pat Corrales, 111, bounces to third. Terrible dice rolls throughout this thing. Singleton, 2-3 center. Rolling a lot of 3s and 11s and stuff like that for the Mets, and it's not happening. And they got all their stuff in the 5-10 zone. All right, 8-0. Zepp will finish this thing. Scott, 35's a walk. Andrews, 44, another walk. Kennedy, 55, pops to second. The Mets will find themselves in first place after this loss. Yastrzemski, but they'll be tied. Pops to second. And with 2 outs, it's Fisk. 2-4 center. And what has happened is that the Orioles played the Atlanta Braves, and the Orioles beat the Braves 2-0. And so Boston is doing the same thing. Boston's beating the Mets 2-0. It's up for the National League East. For the Phillies are going to play the Yankees. It's up for the Phillies to beat the Yankees so that the Orioles and Red Sox can catch up catch some ground on the interleague schedule. So that's the short take on that. Generally, the interleague schedule, though, again, if you sweep, it's only +2. Whereas a best-of-7 series, if you sweep, it's a +4 in the standings. All right, we'll get to the 9th inning here now. Roger Moret going for that complete game. Cleon Jones, 66, flies to right. Clendenon, 1-4, flies to left. And Frank Johnson singles with 2 outs. Joe Foy, 1-7, swing and a miss. Pretty easy. Not much of a game. These killer errors, though, pretty much sunk the Titanic on that one. Complete game shutout, though. Roger Moret did not see that coming. And it's not like Roger Moret doesn't put guys on his card. So the Mets kind of blew that one. Moret, 3-hitter, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts in his complete game. Bill Zeppelin, 2 hits and a run, 2 walks and a K. It's good for Zepp to get some innings in when they're kind of meaningless innings and unimportant ones, so they can save McGraw, Acosta, Frizella for more meaningful games. Kuzman gets the loss, 8 hits, gives up 7 runs, and let's see, 2 are earned. We'll call 2 of those earned because there was an error in that one. Yeah, call it a double play. 2 of those are earned. No walks and 4 strikeouts. Quality start. 1009, 0108, 81003. 6425 to 564. And let's take a look at the composite box for the 2 squads. The Red Sox hanging in there with the Orioles and the Yankees. That is going to be a heck of a finish in the American League East is coming. And the Orioles won the World Series last year. Boy, are they up against it. The Red Sox are 9-6 now. They're now in 2nd place. They're hitting .256. Wow. Wow. With a .265 team ERA. Wow, some more. You expect all those numbers to get much higher than that. My goodness. I mean, if the Red Sox start to hit, but then again, if their pitching comes down to earth, you get the idea. And the Mets, they are 8-7. Braves are 9-8. The Mets are hitting .245 with a .296 ERA. That seems about right. Again, but that .245 should go up a little bit. They need to do some more there. Seaver and Kuzman are treading water. It's the young gun, John Matlack, who did not get a chance to pitch Game 3. And why was that? Because the Mets didn't win a game. But John Matlack would have pitched the rubber match. He's 3-0. He's given up, in 23 innings, 1 run. He's given up 17 hits, 4 walks, 18 strikeouts. And that is an ERA of 0.39. So, if you can just get Matlack into this thing, you'll be in good shape. So, year to date, we played 282 games, and nice round numbers again, 260 batting average and a 390 ERA. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.